Hello,
Hi.
people. Katie and Greg Lost Blog back again. Promise I'm not trying to make a rhyme or a Boys to Men song. I thought we'd start, just to mix things up, start this time with some Lost-inspired cartoons, jokes that I did.
I have not seen this yet. I haven't approved it.
So it's all me, for better or for worse. And in typical Lost fashion, I have two of them that go two different directions. But it's why did the chicken cross the road is what it is. And here we go. So why did the chicken cross the road? And then it turns out why is explosion. That's why. That's why the chicken was crossing the road and it exploded.
I like your explosion.
Thank you. So that's the other one. Why did the chicken cross the road? Explosion. And then another way to go with it, again, Lost inspired, is why did the chicken cross the road? Okay, do you mind holding this up for me? Yeah. Because Jacob told it to. Jacob told him to. It was his destiny. Why was Jacob talking to him? A chicken? The chicken didn't ask Jacob about it. Why? Because Jacob told him he had to, and the chicken generally tends to trust dead people he's never met before until they send him traveling through time on at least 3 separate occasions. And B, because it was a chicken. Or maybe it wasn't his destiny. Maybe he didn't have to. Maybe destiny doesn't exist. Maybe he should have paid attention when they covered Nietzsche at chicken school. And of course it's possible that actually, wait a minute, screw it, I just pooped. So those are that's why the chicken crossed the road, Lost style.
That's classy.
Yeah.
I like that.
So marinate on that for a while. All right, this episode, we just watched it again. I liked it a little bit better. Enjoyed it more the second time. First time didn't really get into it.
Yeah.
But a couple quick notes. We see this is the first time that that we've seen in the other time frame, other universe, that the temple others, the people from the temple, as Jack calls them in this episode, have crossed paths with one of the main characters, the Oceanic Six or whatever, in their backstory or in off the island. I forget his name. I keep calling him Kung Fu Master sees Jack at the recital of his son.
Yeah.
Samurai Man. I feel like there's a ton of wasted time in this episode. I don't know. I could be wrong. Getting there, like even when Hurley finds Jacob in the temple, like we didn't need to see that. We didn't need to be tricked visually by that. Like Jacob didn't need to be hiding. And I just feel like every time, like, we get it, these people are going on these absurd adventures for whatever reason, even they sort of play with that in this episode. Hurley, sort of jokes about that. We don't, like, I wish we could cut down their motivation, seeing, like, it felt like it drags because, I bought the stuff with Jack, I just get to it,
Well, it's just dwindling. And we were talking about this while we were watching the episode. It was kind of like, what the Lost writers just like to do this. Before the writer's strike, it went on and on and on, and then after the writer's strike, it became actual episodes where you got a lot of information in one episode, and we're like, oh,
well, and maybe I've gotten addicted to answers. They gave me too many.
Can't get enough.
I know. Oh, I'm fiending. But as Katie pointed out, maybe some of it will come back again. We don't really know. Probably not. We're probably not. I mean, most of the stuff with Jack and Hurley traipsing through the jungle is kicking it old school, and we don't need it. I don't know. I can imagine that coming back. And then crossing paths with Kate, like I feel like you could set up the Kate-Claire conflict without even doing that.
Well, and then she said in the last episode she was going to go look for Claire.
Yeah. So another couple of quick thoughts. I think that so we see the appendix mark in quotes. There we go, in quotes on Jack, and then which I think is implying the branding, which is also maybe the test that Saeed went through, and I think it's also, though it looks much different, I think it's also essentially they're hinting at the same thing happened to Claire. Katie disagrees with me, but
I disagree because Jack did have his like he called his mom. Did I have my appendix out? When did this happen? Like he seems confused. Obviously, there's a story there that we don't know about, but he did have his appendix removed on the island before they went back. Before they left the island the first time, Juliet took it out. So I don't know. Like I have a sort of a feeling that maybe whatever happens on the island, it still affects who left the island, maybe in this present reality that we're calling it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like a space-time continuum, Daniel Faraday, we can't change the past sort of thing. Like, it's still going to happen.
Yeah.
I don't know though.
Okay. Katie, what did you thought that we were gonna see someone soon?
Christian.
Christian.
They set that up. Like, you know, my dad wasn't in the coffin. Obviously, he's there. And also, Christian was with Claire the last time we saw Claire. And Claire was like, it's cool, I'm with him.
Right.
I don't know. I think we're going to see him. What that storyline is, I've been waiting for 2 seasons for it. So.
I know. Hey, when Crazy Claire's questioning you, how about you say to her, hey, remember when you walked off in the jungle and left your baby?
Yeah.
I know
with
she's scary,
no one
but
to care for
yeah,
it.
yeah. I feel like we've been bringing up parenting issues a lot lately. But
well, there should
anyway,
be more good parents out there.
There should. It's a travesty that I'm lost. There's so many single parents. Just the family values are terrible. Really got to talk to Dan Quayle about that. What else? I don't know. A question from this. Who's David's mom? I don't really have any. Jackson and David. I don't have any theories.
I think it'll definitely be someone that we know, but
yeah,
who that is, I don't know. You were saying you thought it might be Kate.
I thought there's still possible the way it could have been Kate. I didn't research this. It could have been. There's a discussion outside the courtroom where like they got mad. They get in the same cab and he's like, "Is it over him?" And it's always pronouns. I thought maybe it was over a son that was not Aaron, that Jack was or Kate was pregnant. I don't know. I think it was. I still think it may be possible.
I only disagree because they saw each other on the plane when they landed in LAX and she was in handcuffs and he was like, ooh,
Yeah. Okay, and so we're gonna see Christian soon. Next episode, probably. You think that we're gonna see Jack go after Claire? I don't need to pound this. Or wait, isn't that what you said?
Jack will go find Claire in the present.
Find Claire and on the island.
They looked at his dad's last will and testament. Oh, here it is, last will and testament.
So not on the island, right? I label all my documents.
What they are exactly.
Yeah. Notebook. Anyway.
But yeah, he'll go find Claire because it was in the will. And so he'll find out in the present that it's his sister.
Right.
But in this also, on the island, he already knows it's his sister.
Yes.
So.
What else? I think we're nearing the end, but I just want to make sure.
Someone's coming to the island, or someone's coming to the temple. Like,
yeah,
we had a little...
Right, we had a little disagreement on that. I think that there is someone coming to the island who is presumably good, and I think that the person who's going to the temple at the end, when Hurley said we got to warn them, we got to go back, Jacob said no. I think that is Evil Locke. Katie thinks there's one person. I think there are two.
No, I think you might be right about Evil Locke coming to the temple because he is gathering people together to do these things. We don't really know what yet. It's probably that. And that's probably what the temple people were protecting Claire, Saeed, or whatever they're trying to protect them from, which is the Smoke Blaster, which is Locke. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I don't really understand the Lighthouse connection because that makes me think the person that is coming is outside of the island. But maybe there are two people, like you said. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. And also, like you said, it could be Evil Locke who was left and then is coming back. I don't know. Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Cool.
So we got under 10 minutes.
Yay! We got under 10 minutes.
And we had hard-hitting journalistic questions, so we butted heads.
Oh yeah. Gosh darn it, we're gonna let it run until 9:59 though. No. All right.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week. And again, we said this last time. I haven't posted the last one yet, even as of this. We're going to be a double shot. But excuse me, we'll try to be more topical.
Yeah.
All right.
Good.
Okay.
See you next week.
Au revoir.
Couple days.
Simone.